Hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you may catch me. Welcome to Diva Talk. If you're joining me on either YouTube, Facebook Live, I am Niasha Page. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Niasha and I am a woman empowerment coach and mentor. I am the founder of Diva Talk. I'm also an author and a woman confidence empowerment product producer. If you're joining me for the first time, please do share this out. Diva Talk was created to empower, encourage, motivate, and inspire women from all over the world in every area of their lives. Today, we're going to be talking mindset, in particular, business mindset. And I have someone which I met on social media who I had admire a lot and who I have been following for a very, very long time. I am going to invite her now into the broadcast. Her name is Jessaca Rowe. And let me see if technology, yay! I did it. I did it. Thank you so much for joining me, Jessica. It's a pleasure for me having you. You were at one of my summits last year and I absolutely enjoyed everything that you did. So I thought I need to bring Jessica back. Jessica is the founder of New Level Mindset, and you're a transformational coach and mainly for business, new entrepreneurs and stuff like that. But before we go into all of that, let me say hello to everyone who's joined us. I have Tiffany, I have Tarshell. Tarshell is on YouTube and Tiffany's joining us on YouTube. And to those of you joining us on Facebook, please tell us where you're joining us from and if you can hear and see us okay. So, first of all, before we go into the meat and two veg of this matter, Jessica, tell me, who is Jessica?
Well, thank you, first of all, for having me on the show. I am excited to be on Diva Talk. Like Nyasha said, we've been following each other for a while, a long time. And I am Jessica Rowe. I'm a transformational coach, and I help new and aspiring entrepreneurs turn their ideas into reality, mainly their business ideas into reality. And I'm a mom. I have two teens. I'm married, been married for over 16 years. I still work my full time job, but this is my love. This is my passion. This is what I enjoy doing. I love motivating and helping people. Even, before the business thing, I was always doing that. I was always, when Facebook was, new, sharing pictures and things like that. I have friends who were in business for themselves. And I will always share their photos of their food, their jewelry, whatever they had. I would share, inspire, and motivate other people saying, hey, look at my friends, look what they're doing. You have ideas like this, you can do it as well. And even when I went back to school, to get my degree, I posted everything as I was going to school to encourage other people. And I would get messages from people saying, guess what? I enrolled in this program because of you. I started going back to this school because of you, because what I've seen you do. So that's who I am. I'm that encourager, motivator, inspirer, and I'm going to push you no matter what. You
She
can
does push
say,
you.
yeah, I'm gonna push you. You talking about you want to give up. Is this no, we're gonna get this done, and I'm gonna push you. Even if I don't have all the answers, I'm gonna direct you to some people who can help you get motivated, get inspired, and keep doing what you want to do.
Okay, I love the name of your business, which is also the name of your book, because as you know, I think that everything begins in your mind. Why new level mindset? Why that? Why are you focused around that theme? Because you could have focused on anything in business, but you focused on that new level mindset.
It's because I realized that I had to have a new level of mindset. I had to think differently when I started going into business for myself. I was on the employee mindset. I knew about business, but I just thought that people who were rich grew up rich, they were the only ones that could start their businesses and have their own businesses. Or if you grew up in a family who had like corporations and things like that, I didn't think that myself, family members, friends, that we could start our own businesses. And I realized that I had to think differently. I had to build up my confidence. I had to build my courage. I had to stop being on a fixed mindset. I had to be open to new things, new people, new ideas, and that requires that you start thinking on a new level.
Yeah, yeah, and you mentioned something there, which I say to a lot of women who starting business is not easy, and that mindset. I want you to tell us a bit about an employee mindset versus an employer or business owner mindset, because I think that that is something that holds a lot of women back and that causes a lot of women to fail in business in the beginning because they're going from a 9 to 5 to a normal job. Do you agree with me that women need to make that shift?
Oh yes, most definitely. The difference with that is when you're going into business for yourself, you have to make all the decisions. You have to make all the choices. You have to make some sacrifices. Everything is pretty much, like you said, it starts in your mind. So it's coming from you. Now, when you are going to a job 9 to 5, you know what time to go. You
Mm-hmm.
know what time to clock out for lunch. You know who to go to if you have an issue or a problem. You may have some issue or some problems with some people who work around you. You know what time to clock off. You know when you get off. You have to ask permission to take off a word, to go to the doctor. Oh well, you don't have enough sick time. You don't have enough vacation time, and that really stops a lot of people from saying, "Oh, hey, I can't go on vacation because my boss said I don't have enough sick time, and I can only take 2 weeks." You have all these restrictions, and I kind of put it on the same level as being in school.
Mm-hmm.
When you went to school, you had your teacher, you knew where to sit, you knew what time lunch was. If you had a problem, you go to the principal. If you have a problem at work, you go to HR. It's still on the same level, and you really don't have the freedoms that you have when you go to start your business. And because you step out and you go ahead and you start your business, you get stuck
Mm-hmm.
because you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You don't know how to do it. You don't know who to go to for issues or problems or concerns. That's why I became a coach. I learned everything I need to learn to help not only myself but to help other people get unstuck. Like, listen, this is how you move. This is how you go from having an employee mindset to your entrepreneur mindset.
And what, just if you could just, I know it's your business and you teach it to women, but if you can give a woman who's just starting out in business 3 steps on how to move, because on this show I like to give people a little bit of advice. Just don't say to them that's the problem. Just about 3 steps on how to move from having that employee mindset to that manager, business owner mindset, because it takes a lot of work. Mindset
Yes.
work to me, I find mindset work sometimes harder than physical work, because you don't see the results like instantaneously. I've done this or I've done that. It takes work and it takes time, and I believe in forming habits. What 3 things would you say to a woman who is either starting a business behind the scene or jumping straight from a 9 to 5 like I did? How can you help them? What advice would you give them to help them to move from that mindset to the other?
Well, first you have to get clear. You have to get clear on the path. Now, the clarity part, and this is what I teach, this is going to take some time because, again, we're so conditioned and programmed of doing one thing 10, 15, 20 years on a job. So, in order for you to get one and get right with yourself, you have to get clear on what it is that you want to do. You've got to find clarity.
Mm-hmm.
And as you are getting clear on that, you really have to start having a growth mindset. So, first, you have to get clear on what it is that you want to do, what type of business that you want to open, where do you want to see yourself right within this in as you are building and opening and growing this business. What's the end result? What do you want to see? And once you get clear on that and you know the result that you want to see, this is the part where you start opening your mind to
Mm-hmm.
new things, to new people, to new ideas. Because in between knowing that clarity and knowing where you want to be, all that stuff in between, that's where the process is. That's where you have to start building your confidence to maybe go live on Facebook
Mm-hmm.
or Instagram or whatever social media platform that you use. Opening up to pay for some workshops, for some courses, for some classes, because there are people out here, coaches, people who teach this stuff. Sometimes they have a free webinar. Sometimes it's, 49, 50, 99, $79. So that requires you to have an open mindset to say, hey, I'm clear. I want to get to this point, but I need this course to help me
Mm-hmm.
get to this
Investing in
to this. Yeah,
yourself.
I have to invest in it. So I have to open my mind and say, okay, maybe I can't get the pedicure, every 2 weeks. And maybe I'm gonna take that pedicure money or whatever money it is and put it towards this class. So you got to get clear. You have to have an open mind, and this will lead you to the result
Mm-hmm.
that you want to get to eventually. It's a wide road. That's why I should have had my actually, let me bend down real quick. I had this painting done. This is a painting done of my book cover,
Yeah.
right? And so that road, you see how it goes
Yeah.
up like that. This is
Never
important.
ending.
that
Yeah.
that yeah that road is important. So I keep this near me or by me so I can remember, like, girl, this is a journey. It's not gonna happen overnight. So those are the three things that I would say, that when you're getting started to doing that, even though it's other things, but those are the three main things that you need to get to.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, they, this get rich quick schemes come on, and they think, oh, I can do this and get money tomorrow, I can do this. And unless you do the mind work, and that's why I love what you do, because I believe, girl, you can have all the tools, you can have everything, you can have all the money in the world. If your mind is not right, you would not get up and do what you need to do. So you jumped right into the book. Just tell us a little about the book, what the book is about, who the book is aimed for, and stuff like that.
Well, the book is aimed for, which I call my aspiring entrepreneurs, because hey, we in this together. You know what I'm saying? So it's aimed for new and aspiring entrepreneurs, and it just really talks about my trials and tribulations. Me finding out about entrepreneurship, because I knew of it, but like I said, I didn't really think it was for me. And so once I graduated from college, got the degree, got the little, everything was cool, but I wasn't finding work. I wasn't finding a job. And my thinking was like, hey, if I went back to school, I got this bachelor's degree, I would be making some, good money, but it didn't happen for me. And I fell into anxiety and depression. And that was like, and this was I had heard of anxiety and depression before, but I didn't know that I was going through this.
Mm-hmm.
But because things were not happening like I thought they were going to happen, it took me into a dark place. And like I said, I have kids, I have a husband, and I want to be there for them. So I wasn't going to let this anxiety and depression keep me there, because it's not a nice place to be. It's not a happy place to be. So my kids and my family really pulled me out of that. And one day while I was on Facebook, I was scrolling and I saw somebody invited me to a group called Heal a Woman to Heal a Nation, located in Baltimore, Maryland. And when I saw that, I'm like, I need to be healed. I'm a woman. I need to be healed, right? And so I got in this group, was in this group for a whole year. I wasn't even on my Facebook feed. I was in this group for a whole year listening to these women who had gone through some of the same things that I have been going through. Because, sometimes when you go through the stuff, you think you by yourself. You think
Just
you're
you.
alone. And when I start hearing stories and things of these women going through similar things, and they just started to pop up with businesses and entrepreneurship, I'm like, wow, they're saying that I can do this. So
Mm-hmm.
as I followed them for a year, they said, hey, we're having an annual women's conference here in Baltimore. Come on out and join. I'm like, okay, I'm in California. And see, this was that fixed mindset. I'm like, here, I'm in California. I can't afford this. I'm on a fixed income. I can't do this. But that was really my first experience of having an open mindset where I said, I'm going to go. I don't know anybody out here personally to stay with. I just know these women in this group. But these women in this group, they seem like family, sisters, supportive people to me. So I'm going to go. So pay for my plane ticket, car, hotel room, even the entrance fee to the conference. Over probably about $1,500 that I spent to get out here so I can get healed. And when I got out there, I just felt like I was maybe just like up the street from my house at a nice hotel. That's how warm, loving, and support these women were. And they were really the catalyst to help me push through with writing a book and building my business for a new level mindset. So basically, that's what the book is about.
It's about okay. And we are in a time where a lot of us are working. I know I work at home by myself. A lot of women, and we're in this time where the world is shifting, the world is changing, and a lot of women may be discouraged that, they're in this broke mindset whereby the world is not buying, the world is not paying money for anything anymore. What advice would you give to these aspiring women who are sitting there looking at people like me and you and some other ladies on our broadcast that are doing our thing during this pandemic, and they're afraid to start something or to continue something that they newly started just before the pandemic set in?
And I understand that when this pandemic, and actually this pandemic was kind of really helped me to push through.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of gave me an eye opener, especially when people were losing their jobs and you didn't know if you were going to be next, if you were going to get that call or that pink slip. You didn't know how your company was going to go. And so I would tell people who are in this moment, in this time, to keep going.
Yeah.
Don't stop. If you are blessed to still have income and funding coming into your household, for me, I started to use it more wisely. Like I said, instead of the nails, or I mean, I know nail shops were open, but instead of certain things that I would normally do because I was at home, I noticed how much more money I had, to the side because I wasn't out. I couldn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Everything was closed and shut down. I mean,
Yeah.
I paid my bills. Thank God that my job allowed us to work at home. I paid my bills, but I noticed all this leftover money that I had that normally if I was out, I wouldn't. I mean, I would still have it, but I was spending it on other things. So I invested it
Yeah.
back into my business. I
Okay.
invested in 8 week, I'm sorry, 4 week coaching. I invested in some virtual assistants to help me. So I would say keep going, continue to go, get in groups like this one that Deonsha has. Stay in her groups, get in different groups, and listen to people who are always pushing through, who are motivated. Not saying that things don't happen, things don't go wrong, people don't have bad days, but you want to be and surround yourself with people who are resilient,
Mm-hmm.
who are gonna bounce back, and they're gonna help you bounce back, where you can help each other
Yeah.
bounce back, because we all deserve the abundance. We deserve it. It's out here for us. This is a totally different time from when my parents and when my grandparents were coming up, when they were only conditioned. They only had one thing they only had one choice. We have plenty of choices. So don't let this stop you. Don't let this pandemic stop you or anything else stop you from moving on. I always say self-care, take a break, take a rest, press the reset button, and get back on your grind.
Okay, good. What are some of the tools that you use? Because, as I said, we're going through these times. You spoke about depression and mental health, and a lot of us, and I say us because I've been there, done that. Girl, I was lying down all day before I got up and had to do this show. But what are some of the things that you would encourage women to do consistently to ensure that they're looking after their mental health during all of this that is going on, especially entrepreneurs who may have to look after the kids, look after the husband, look after the parents, look after the business, and all
Mhm.
of that? What are some tips would you give to them to make sure they are looking after themselves and their mental health?
I do meditation.
Mm-hmm.
I did meditation at one time for 30 days straight in the evening every night. When I was going through the anxiety and depression, I found out about meditation. It was just the music, and sometimes it's guided meditation. It tell you how to calm your body down and stop. You know, when you are an entrepreneur and all this other type of stuff going on, you get overwhelmed and your mind doesn't shut down. You have to control your mind and make it shut down. So the guided meditation helped me out. Journal, always journal, you know, gratitude, write down the things that you are grateful for. Your kids may get on your nerves, but you love your kids. You know, think about the good things. Your husband or the significant other may get on your nerves, but think about the good things. You know, be grateful for that. Exercise. Exercise is always the best medicine, because when I was again going through anxiety and depression, I noticed exercise really helped calm me down. I felt so much better. Um, Watch what you're eating. You know, look at, especially, you know, when I'm 44. You know, so getting older can't eat the same things. You know, that I
Yeah.
used to eat and be able to digest them as well as I used to. So watch, you know, how you're eating, exercise, you know, journal, write down some things in your journal, meditate, and make sure you get around the support. The support from other people is so it's very important. Stay away from people who you sense the jealousy, you sense the complaining, you sense the negativity, you sense the naysaying. It can be a hard pill to swallow to know that you may have to remove yourself from these people or that person, but for your mental health, for your physical health, it's the best thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, just pray on it and do what's best for you.
It's for you. Excellent advice. And to be honest, everything you said there, some of those are the things that keep me going every single day. We have a lot of people joining us, so let me just reset in case you're joining us me via replay. You've never seen me before. You wondering who is she? Who is she with those feathered earrings, blonde hair, purple lipstick on my screen? It's me. I am Niasha. That's who I am. I'm a woman empowerment and confidence coach. I'm the founder of Diva Talk and Diva Talk, the talk show. And on Diva Talk, we aim to empower, motivate, and inspire women from all walks of life to live a life of abundance. I'm also an author and woman empowerment product producer. Today, my guest is one of my sisters from across the pond, Jessica. And Jessica is the founder of New Level Mindset, and she is a transformational coach. Jessica, a lot of people are procrastinating. I'm a procrastinator. I believe it or not, people think that I'm this, go get. I do go get it, but I leave it to the last minute all the time. What advice could you give to someone who is sitting there and they're procrastinating about stepping out or getting into business, or they have doubt? A lot of women have limiting belief, and in my book, Girl Get Out of Your Way, I talk about that a lot. Self sabotaging yourself, limiting belief, and stuff like that. What advice would you give to that young person coming to you wanting to do this, but who is going through those things that I've just talked about?
Wow, because I'm a procrastinator too. I procrastinate myself. I just really signed off on a contract for my virtual assistant and for the person to start editing my second book. So I get that. I understand, because you get in a, like you said, with limiting beliefs, and you get in a mind space of, what if this doesn't work? What if nobody wants this? You know, what if, you know? So you get there. And so I would just say to avoid, because it's going to come, your procrastination, your doubt, fears, all that stuff is always going to pop up to challenge you, to see if you're not going to go through it. Like, oh, she thinking about this idea, or here I am. Let me pop her right here and tell her, no, that's not going to work. So when I was talking about new level mindset, you have to train your mind to knock out and block out that negative naysaying, not just from other people, but from yourself, right? So you have to, if you have to write it out and do affirmations and say, I can, I will, I am.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to happen for me. Speak it out. If you have to stand in your bathroom in the mirror and tell yourself that you will write this book, I will write a page a day. You know, you don't have to write the whole book in the whole week. I'm going to write a page a day and actually start moving on it. Start doing it. Start making time to do that. And also, what you can do, like on your phone, you have the calendar on your phone set like you have an appointment. I have an appointment with myself to write a page a day on my book. Set that notification. And when that notification goes off, get to write.
Yeah, whatever you're doing, just drop it and do it. Right, let me say
Yeah.
some ladies. Rosalind, Sarah said I'm looking good tonight.
Yeah.
Girl, I was telling Jessica just before we came on that I wanted to get dressed tonight and put on my lashes, and I got new contacts I can see. Woohoo! Thank you, Sarah. And June said that's very true. Digestion changes as we eat. So I know you have another book coming that you're writing and editing at the moment, and you have a program. Can you just let us know what do you have coming up? How can people connect with you if they want to connect with you and all that jazz?
Well, my coaching program is called the Clarity Plan because earlier I talked about you had to, get clear on the direction that you want to go in when you are starting your business. So I have a 4-week coaching program and it's called the Clarity Plan, and we do the mindset work. That's the meat of it. We do the mindset work of what you need to get clear on, how you need to open your mind, and what direction that you need to go into, and then with your assistance, I help you create this personal plan of clarity so you can get started on that business idea and on that project or continue on a project. Maybe you stopped because of things that were going on in your life. So I help you get back on the road to success, or I help you start on the road to success with the clarity plan. And it's a 4-week plan. You can find me on Instagram at New Level Mindset. As soon, and I'm not bragging, but I'm just saying, as soon as you type in NEW, New Level
Girl,
Mindset,
brag away, brag away.
it's gonna pop up. So you'll see me and my face. I got on a little yellow top. So go to New Level Mindset. That is where all my information is. How to connect with me, contact me. You can contact me here. I'm on Facebook here, so you can message me. My page is open, and I'm here to help.
Oh, thank you so much, Jessica. Right. Before I let you go, because I try not to let these shows be too long. Last week, Tasha and I took forever because we were just chatting. We were just chatting away. Before you go, I know we have the same sort of ethos of helping women, empowering, motivating, and inspiring, and all of that. I work with women who have been through adversity. You are working with aspiring businesswomen. Before you go, any final words for aspiring businesswoman who has joined us either on YouTube or Facebook, and you want to leave them with something? Any little nuggets?
I'm a quote lover. I'm a fan of quote. I love quotes, but the quote that really pushed me and propelled me forward and helped me to get off my butts is by Les Brown, and it says some of the greatest ideas are in the grave. So that really let me know it's like I have a whole bunch of ideas and I don't want to take them with me to the grave. So I'm going to overcome my fear, doubt, and procrastination, get clear, get on the direction, and I'm going to turn my idea into a reality.
Okay, there you have it. Go out and turn your idea into a reality. Jessica, thank you so much for joining me. It's an honor because I said I follow you. I'm your stalker. Every time you post, I'm there and ready to go, and I follow you a lot. So thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us. And I hope that when your new book comes out, that Diva Talk will get an exclusive. Diva
That's
Talk. Diva Talk will be your first stop on this book tour that I'm sure you'll be going on. And I just want to wish you all the best with everything that you are doing. And I'm going to say bye.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
All right, ladies, that was Jessica. And Jessica is the founder of New Level Mindset, and she's a transformational coach. I would put her details in all the descriptions across all the different social medias that so that you can find her. We've made it. We did week 4. And before I go, I just want to say to you that I enjoy doing this so much. Those of you who know me personally knows. I think Sarah's on here, and there are a couple of people on here who know that over the last couple of weeks, I've been struggling, like physically, struggling mentally, because spare a thought, you lot, spare a thought for women who go through different chronic autoimmune diseases and stuff, because when the seasons change, it's not easy for us. So I get up and I do this show, but y'all, I have to start preparing since yesterday with my medication and my this and my that. And I have to start to prepare. But I come here because I want to be here for you. I have made a commitment to do this, and I want to get up every Sunday and come and do it. So 2 things. If there's someone out there who you think is a good fit for the show, who you think can come on here and do what we do on here, empower, motivate, inspire, and encourage women, please do drop me a line and say to me, hey, you need to check this diva out or that diva out. Or if you yourself thinks, you know what, I've got a message to share that is in line with what Nyasha is doing, then drop me a line. Let's have a chat and let me get you on here so we can, have a chat and just get you out there to people, because that's what I do. It's women supporting women, empowered women, empowering other women. So we've made it to episode 4. Episode 5 next week. I already know who the guest is, and the guest for next week is close to my heart because she was also a teenage mother. She got 5 kids, y'all. She got 5. And she was also a teenage mother. And she's close to my heart because she's a bit younger than me. So I see me in her, in all the things that she is doing. So I know next week's show would be an amazing show. Set your clocks, turn your notifications on. Follow me on I Am Nyasha page. I am running this on my personal page as well for the moment, but eventually I wouldn't be doing that. So make sure you're following I Am Nyasha page, and join me again next week, Sunday at 8 p.m. for the 5th episode of Diva Talk. And I would say on behalf of everyone who helped me put this together, because there's a team, y'all. We have a little team. On behalf of all of us, Sarah, Krista, all of us, thank you so much for joining us. And remember, ladies, you are all fit, fierce, and flipping fabulous. Go out this week and live a life of abundance on purpose and with intentions. Bye-bye.